Attention, Mega64 viewers, fans, and friends. Come see us in the Mega64 farewell tour. We've completed the East Coast leg of the tour, but West Coasters, we're coming to you. San Francisco, Sacramento, Portland, Seattle, Vancouver. That's right, Canada, we're coming your way. Salt Lake City, Denver, Phoenix, and our sweet SoCal destination, Los Angeles. Get tickets now, mega64.com/tour. Come say farewell. Welcome.
We are live on a Sunday night. It's been a minute since that's been the case, but here we are, baby.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, the last one wasn't even on a Sunday night, was it?
No, it was,
No, it was
Monday.
a Monday afternoon.
I forgot about that.
So welcome back to a Sunday night.
Sunday night.
It's the right place. It's the right time.
Right during Evo Finals. It's
Yeah.
perfect timing.
Oh, no.
Is it Evo Finals?
I think it
Yeah,
is.
like right
Is that
now.
happening right now, Johnny?
What are they playing?
I think it's
do they
Diddy
play?
Kong kart racing this year.
I think right now it's Guilty Gear or King of Fighters. I don't know.
Okay, I heard different.
They're playing
I
Dive
don't
Kick.
I
even
did
know
see-
what that is.
I was surprised. I saw, is it Marvel vs. Capcom 3 was yesterday?
I don't.
Today?
That was clips from today. Okay, I was happy to see an older, good fighting game.
Can I talk about that for 2 seconds?
I would love to,
Johnny,
yeah.
So that game is fucking solved. And
Yeah.
if you play a 0, you can one-shot everyone. So the finals was just like a dude playing 0, hitting someone once and doing an infinite.
Annihilating
And it was
people.
so boring. Anyway.
Just getting him caught in that infinite.
Oh, yeah, it was
that
so
sucks.
boring.
That's pretty shitty.
Johnny, it took me everything I had to not say a certain word. You never
Which one?
you never asked. You've never said, "Can I have a minute?" We all, I'm always encouraging that.
Yeah.
And in the middle of it, I almost said theme song.
Oh,
And I
you just
didn't.
did.
That would have been
But
funny.
Theme song. I know. I was being nice.
What one word, though, was it?
Theme song.
That's
I
two.
use it as one. There's no break when I say theme song. It is theme song.
Hey, we're back from the theme song. I'm sorry. I have been under a rock. Kramer said what?
Oh.
It's not funny, Kevin.
forgot about Jerry going on that
Kramer
late night show.
did what?
Guys, got bad news for you.
Okay.
The Laugh Factory, they had to shut down.
Did they really?
Oh, yeah.
Because of that?
Yeah.
Wow.
It got out.
That's wild.
Damn.
The
There were a
video
lot
leaked.
of great acts there, but I guess that's that.
I was gonna play there.
No
I was
fixing
gonna be
that.
funny.
Jamie Masada, he's crying into a cereal every morning now.
Dude, I
He's
had
the
this
owner of
thing
the Laugh
on,
Factory.
and it doesn't even carry on camera. Like, I'm
Whoa,
looking
whoa,
at it. It's
whoa.
like, what
Wait,
am I
Rocco,
even
what
looking
is
at?
that?
Wait.
What is
I
that?
Can, I can help you with that. Here,
Well, it just looks like I have a fucking shitty glow cube on.
Let's not fuck anything. I don't think so.
Oh, my God. Oh, the TVs. We lost the monitors. Okay, well, we're on battery backup now, guys.
That worked.
The generators
that
are kicking
definitely
on.
made it cool.
It made it cool. Now everyone's happy you spent money on that dumb Avatar toy.
Well, I still don't think it like reads what it is on camera.
Oh.
So I'm just gonna.
It's
I'm
a miniature.
I'm not gonna waste the battery on it and
All
turn it
right.
off.
What is that? I see there's a skim wing on the top.
It's a cube of like the ocean. Like it's like a sculpture of a piece of their world.
Did
This-
someone have to mine
I'm
that?
gonna be honest.
gonna-
This is getting to the point where we're out of figures,
Mhm.
and now
It's
I don't know. This is
dioramas.
like something that my parents would have had, or like my friends' parents. They have like all of ocean sculptures of whales
Right.
jumping out. This is like that.
Yeah,
to
that they
me.
bought at
Well,
the Del Mar Fair tent.
If you
Yes.
if you had watched my new figure update, clearly you didn't.
Oh, I must have missed that one.
I did talk about how these they did a few of these types of statues where it's like a piece of the ocean and a creature, and they were hundreds of dollars when they came out. Wow.
that was $100, hundreds of dollars.
Yes,
At one
At
point.
retail.
multiple hundreds.
Retail.
But I waited. Any Avatar fans, the strategy that I would recommend is you wait 8 months and then no one gives two shits, and then it's all clearanced. So every week or two, I check like the Disney website or whatever for how much more they're marking down. That's why I have that Avatar jacket.
Oh,
and
yeah.
I've got like the Spirit jersey and the hat and all that.
Super markdown?
None of these, all of these are clearanced out on websites because Avatar has no staying power in that regard. So I just wait.
And then
I mean, I just-
but
no,
what were you gonna say?
So now that you didn't spend the whole amount,
Yeah.
can you please? What's the exact whole amount this would have cost you had you not had it on clearance? What were they?
The original
charge-
price?
Yes.
Oh, it's like
MSRP.
$220 or something
Oh
like that.
my god!
Yeah.
But that's
I-
like
I didn't even spend-
Not to
I didn't
talk
even
shit,
spend
but
one.
This is like flimsy on there. It's like
He's like magnetic. It's like supposed he sucks in a
He's got like a
magnet, but
dinger.
it's just like, why
it
though?
looks like
It looks stupid.
Yeah, it looks
like,
fucking
why is
dumb.
it wobbly like that?
Yeah.
I agree. And now I see why they didn't sell any. So it's not even reading on camera, so I'm taking that off.
Okay,
That goes
let's
out,
remove that.
And our boy,
Take
our
a piece
old
of water.
reliable, the Minotaur goes in.
What's
No,
that
what's
from?
that
Is that
from?
from Narnia?
What's that from? Okay.
That's like
Well,
Five Nights at
I'll
Freddy's,
humor
or-
you. It's the first season Mighty Morphin monster, dude.
Oh,
Power
okay.
Rangers.
I thought
One of the
Narnia was
classics.
cooler.
It's like one of the early episodes. You saw it.
I didn't see that one.
He's got kind of a cool motif.
Can we go to close up?
Yeah.
Why the fuck is that the close up?
Kevin, just explain it in detail.
He wasn't even sure he wanted to be on this week, and he gets the single shot.
I
He
said
gets the Oppenheimer shot.
I said it to Rocco shot. I don't know who touched it,
I don't know.
No one touched
No one
it.
touched
That-
it.
Yeah, right, Kevin.
but I'm looking at pointing straight
Yeah, I
at me.
wonder
I mean,
who
you're supposed to
adjusted it.
trying to go to that camera one more time.
Yeah,
It
how
couldn't be
is that
more
on
dead
here?
on. You're telling
Man,
me
how
that-
weird.
Here.
Hey, when the tricksters
Oh.
do stuff, you're supposed to laugh.
I didn't get this.
This place is haunted.
Give me that. Give me that.
Kevin
back.
didn't buy that. He would never buy that. Was that 220 as well?
No, no, this guy was like 20 something.
20 something.
He's not made of glass.
No. Anyway, welcome to the podcast this week. We talked last week about we actually talked a lot about our tour that we were on.
Right.
We were at all these different events.
Yeah.
I mean, we could go on, and we could probably fill like 8 podcasts with that stuff.
Okay, go ahead.
So I'm going to, somebody else got to talk. I have to.
Uh-oh.
Okay, so
Cover
I
for him, Shawn.
mentioned
Cover.
Last week.
All right, I'm good. I'm back in.
That was fast.
I mentioned last week how I had a story about going to an Orioles game.
Oh, yeah.
I had people ask me what was the Orioles story. I will tell it because it's nothing to do with baseball. So
Okay,
that's why I think everyone here will be interested.
Yeah, I do like this.
We
story.
went to we talked last week about the crab meal,
in
Yeah.
Baltimore.
smashing the shit out of crabs.
Yes.
After
Delicious
that,
crab.
I
So
looked at there was a Orioles game on the TV, and I thought, shit, I'm like down the street. I would love to go to that. And so Jay's like, hey, I'm taking a rush to the hotel. I'll drop you off at the stadium. And
Our
you can
tour manager, Jay, in case people
sorry.
aren't up to speed. Yeah.
Jay was like, I'll drop you off, and you can just go.
Oh, I remember. Okay.
And we're all still full of crab. and stuff
Everyone's like,
that.
I'm not
Yes.
going.
Crabbed up.
But I'm
Yeah.
like, I would love to go to the Is it the Orioles? Orioles. Am I saying it wrong?
Oreos.
Orioles.
Orioles.
Hey, I'm not. How do you say code gay ass? Oh, it's gay ass. And then I say it and everyone fucking giggles. So Shawn, I'm with you. The pronunciation shit. The audience can go fuck themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. You heard that, everyone.
I'm gonna
I love
say
you, but fuck
I'm
off.
going to the O's game.
It's
That's what we're
Areola.
saying. Go O's.
It's, I believe Ariel.
So I get there. Now, the game is well into the game. It is like the
it's like
seventh
eighth
inning.
Oh, seventh inning.
Seventh inning stretch when I get there. I'm like, I'm here.
I'm stretching.
Let me go to the ticket office. Okay, that's closed. Okay. And so they're like, I went to security. I'm like, hey, I'm only in town for tonight. I want to go into this game. What do I got to do? And they're like, oh, you can't. That you just can't. And I'm like, well, no, because like I have money that I will give you to go into
To
this
let me
game.
in.
It's not sold out. So what is the? They're like, well, I guess you can go around to the main ticket office. That might be open. I'm like, okay, where's that? Around the stadium. Okay, so I walk around the stadium. At this point, now it's the 8th inning, so it's getting later and later into the game. And I'm like, but I just want to go to a new ballpark. I've never been. I love baseball. I want to see this. Camden Yards is the reason why Petco Park exists, because they saw that stadium and they thought, we want to do this in San Diego. I want it. Anyways.
So they did it better. Now you've been
I
to
think-
the better one.
I think that was a good story. Thank you for sharing that.
And
one.
then that's the story. So then I go, that's closed. Went to the next security person, like, hey, how do I get into this fucking game? They're like, look, there's an app. I think it's like Vivid Seats. Go to Vivid Seats. That's the only app now that you can buy tickets this late into the game. Everything else, like StubHub, all that is like closed. You can't do it.
Interesting.
So I go and I look, I'm like, yep, I can buy a ticket for I think it was like $12 or like $18.
Somewhere up in the nosebleeds.
Yeah, but I didn't give a shit. I just want to get in and look at it.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, all right, and I'm trying to check out. As I'm doing this, there's a dude next to me in security who I guess thought his wife had left the game. She did not, and she's still watching it. And he is like, I'm just trying to get back in. I left because I thought she left. I was trying to get to her, but she's right here. I have my ticket on my phone that is like, you left. And he's like, no. But like I was in, and I just went past the thing. And I just want to get back in. Like, yeah, you can't do that. You left. And so he's like freaking out. And so I'm like trying to check out on this thing. The stupid Vivid Seats, I can only buy 2 tickets. There's no option to buy one single ticket.
Oh no.
Which is so fucking dumb. But I'm like, well, my thought was like, I was going to spend about, $30 anyways. I guess it'll be about $30 to get the 2 tickets. I don't know. So then I'm like, to the guy, I'm like, hey, as fate would have it, I'm about to have an extra ticket. Like I'm gonna buy an extra ticket. I don't even want it, but like I'll scan you in.
Stand with me for 5 more minutes.
Yeah, if you want to get in. And he's like, oh, you're like the best, dude. Like, hell yeah. I'm like, all right, cool. Like, just chill out for 1 second.
Is he like full of energy? This guy?
Full of energy.
Full of something.
Full of energy. And then
full
so
of
like
alcohol too, maybe?
Well, I found this out later.
Oh.
So he's like, at first he was just a guy trying to get back into his wife. I get it. And then all of a sudden I tell him like, yeah, he's like, here's some money. Like, well, before you give me the money, I haven't like been able to buy it yet. So I'm trying to download the app and like put my info in. It's a whole fucking process.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't want to take your money until I have the ticket in my hand. So don't worry. Give me 5 minutes. And so like, I'm crouched down. Like, at the meantime, I hear like home runs being hit. Like it's like the game's all fireworks going off. Like, wow. Shit. This guy turns into like the Hulk or some shit. I think it's because the Orioles start coming back and he's like, let me back in. I have my fucking ticket. I have my fucking ticket.
Oh, so he's back.
He's getting like aggressive. And I'm like,
he's back in security's face.
Oh, hey man, like I'm still working on it over here. Just 1 second. Then like he starts like going like psycho mode where he's
like if someone jumps
screaming. You think I got a gun out of my car?
Oh no.
Is that why you don't let me back in? I don't have a fucking gun. Frisk me. Where's the gun? There's a gun. It's like
he's screaming gun.
Yeah. And I'm just like,
oh, that's terrible.
The security guard is getting so flustered. I hear her talk to her boss. Yeah, call the cops.
Oh.
So the cops are being called on this guy.
Your best friend.
Your accomplice.
My new best friend, who was a normal person when I first approached them. Now has turned into this monster. I'm like, I wish I never approached you. I don't know. So then it's asking me the things I have to do to buy these fucking tickets.
Yeah.
It's like it's so fucking annoying. Like
mother's maiden name.
Oh, you bought the tickets, but you gotta go confirm your email. Go to the email account and then hit the confirmation button and put this code in. I was like, I just want to buy these fucking tickets. Anyways, this guy's getting more and more upset. Finally,
you're about to get as mad as he is.
Finally, the tickets go through, and this is when the guy goes really crazy.
Oh.
And he starts like taking the fence and shaking the fence.
Oh,
and he's like, I just want to get to my wife. I just want to get to my wife.
Oh my God.
And then like I see like police coming.
Oh shit.
And so I am at the point now where it's like, all right, I told this guy I was going to get in with him. He's fucking crazy. The security guard is like, she's like, and this other dude next to her are just like losing their fucking, like, they're like scared.
Are they yelling at him?
They're like, calm down, sir. You got to calm down. Okay. We can't help you. Calm down. And so I go, I'm like, I have my ticket. I can get this guy into if you want him out of your face. And so the girl gave me a look like she can't tell me to, but she was like, okay, like whatever.
Let's go. Get him
so
the
I
fuck
really
away from
think,
us.
so I tell the guy, hey man, I got a ticket. You want to come in? And he's like, yes, thank you. This is the only guy who's fucking nice here. All you other people are fucking losers. You're all fucking losers. This guy's cool though. I'm like, okay, man. Let's
and the cops are walking
The cops
up.
are coming in to arrest him. I think I saved this guy from being arrested, honestly. So then I scan my ticket, Scan his ticket. He gets through. I'm like, hey man, glad you got in. I guess. Good seeing you. He then gives me the longest, sweatiest hug.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
so fucking wasted. He's like, thank you so much, dude. Oh my God, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Hey. And I'm like, yeah, man, you gotta meet my wife. You just gotta meet my wife.
Fuck.
You gotta meet her. She's just gonna love to meet you. And I'm just like, hey, you know what? I'm going that way, and I think you're going that way. But hey, you know what? Tell your wife I say hello, I guess. I don't know. All right, see you later. And then
You like run away from him.
run away from him. It was so fucking bonkers. But like,
You got in?
I really like had the like inner turmoil. Like, should I let that guy in? Like, he was fucking crazy.
Yeah.
I get why he was frustrated, but also he took it way, way too far. But I also wanted to like save those security guards, like just get away from him.
Well, you had already said, like, I'll get you in.
Yeah.
So then if you, like, sneak away.
He didn't give me the money. He was too
Fine.
wasted. But I didn't want to, I'm not asking this dude for fucking shit. Like,
Dude,
whatever.
If you went in without him knowing and then he got arrested and you're just waving by.
Watched him get arrested with my extra ticket I didn't use.
Holy shit.
Anyways, but then like after that, it was like such a whirlwind. I finally get in. It's like the bottom of the 8th inning. The Orioles are coming back, and then I find some like usher. I'm like, I have no idea where this seat is.
Yeah, you've never
And
been in this.
I've never been here before. The game's almost over, and the guy is so like, you know what? This is my section. Pick any seat you want that's empty. And so I just like sat like right by the field, watched the game, watched them win, and it was over. It was
And they
fucking
came
dope.
back?
Cool.
What?
They came back and
They
they
came
won?
back and they won. I had a shirt from
Classic. Auto bar.
the auto bar, the bar we just played
yeah.
in. So I had it's like an Orioles logo kind of, but I had my Padres hat on, and so everyone's like, "What are you rooting for?" And I was like, "Tonight it's the Orioles," and they all give me high fives, and it was a great evening. But man, to get in was such a process. Anyway, so that was my going. I was there for an inning and a half at a Baltimore Orioles game, and it was a fucking experience.
You saved that guy from being arrested.
I saved him from being
Got him
arrested.
to his wife.
I did.
Love wins.
Love always wins. Love
Always
conquers
wins.
all. So the Oreos, the double stuffed Oreos, they won.
Thank you. What is it? Orioles?
Orioles.
Orioles.
Like a
Orioles.
bird.
Orioles.
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 We were going to laugh about that. You know what is actually a thing that
Orioles.
you know what is a thing that I have tried to pronounce a million times, and any way or any time, any version of it that I say, people go, that's how you say it.
What?
The fucking 2012 hit Gangnam Style.
Oh.
I could say it anyway, and people will go, that's how you pronounce it.
Gangam. Gangam.
Is it, how do you say it?
Yeah.
Anyone know?
I would say Gangnam Style.
I'd say Gangnam
Oppa
Style.
Gangnam Style.
I say Gangnam Style.
Oh, that's
Is that not correct?
Say
No,
boots.
Gangnam Style. Say Gangnam Style. No
Bah,
matter what
bah,
you say,
bahs.
people are like, dude.
So
That's how you
it's
say it.
L's.
Orioles game?
Orioles.
Oh, it's an Orioles.
Or Orioles.
Thank God that's not my
Gangnam
team.
Style.
Thank God. You know?
Yeah, them and the.
I can say Padres just fine.
mm.
Anyways, so thank you. I feel better telling my
I just
baseball story.
went home and thought about the delicious crab I just ate.
Yeah, same
You went through
here.
all this rigmarole. I'm
I
like
felt
full of crab.
Yeah,
bad
crab
because it was such an experience that I left that and I made new friends like walking to the hotel room, you know, because it was like a mile and a half away, but like everyone that I was with, these like people that like you
The
know,
whole stadium
the
empties
stadium
out.
empties out and people start walking away and then like people are like, oh, you're a Padres fan, like people just making small talk,
Yeah.
and then by the end you have a little group that you just this one dude was like, I'm a music guy, here's my card, whatever. But they all went to our hotel, but like I needed to get this out, so I went to their room and just like they didn't care. But I had to tell them the whole story.
Yeah.
No.
Kevin had to hear it. Had to hear about the drunk guy.
It was your exciting night.
That's my exciting adventure.
That was.
It's always fun. Every once in a while on the tour, and this happened last time too. We would like splinter off occasionally. Usually we're all together for multiple days and meals and everything in a row. Every once in a while, there's like, oh, I've got some friends in town or I've got some family here or whatever. And certain people will splinter off. And then it's fun to come back and tell everyone like, how did your night go?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
What'd you
share the
do?
next day. Yeah.
Totally.
That happens occasionally. Didn't
Yeah.
happen much this trip.
But everyone who didn't get crabs that night fucked up. That was the theme.
I
Basically,
still got crabs that
that
night.
was the not ours.
I
You can't
true.
beat our
I didn't
crab.
get the hammer.
Can't beat our crabs.
I only had a crab cake.
No one could beat our crabs. Um, I didn't have anything to say about our tour. But I was going to bring up something that was kind of like I kept wanting to talk about it last. Well, yeah, we did the podcast Monday, so I didn't get to talk about it. Yeah. But some of us went to see Tim Heidecker did a live show here last week. And I just wanted to talk about this before I forgot because I wanted to ask you guys something about it.
For sure.
If I'm going crazy here or if it's just me or what. But so Tim Heidecker did a show. He's doing a tour right now where he's playing it like halfway. Well, like it's supposed to be split between he does his stand-up character that he does where he's like a shitty stand-up comedian.
Yeah.
And then he splits it between that and then he has like music that he performs it with his band. I do think it was a little bit advertised weird because it really wasn't split. It was kind of like he did like 30 minutes as the stand-up and then kind of did like an hour and a half of his band.
Yeah.
It was a lot heavier musically.
Yeah.
Second half.
I would have been fine with like a couple hours of his shitty stand-up character because he was so like clueless and stupid. It was great. But like, I don't really listen to his music, but the band was good and Vic Berger was in it and stuff like that. So that was really cool.
To see Vic in a cowboy hat.
Yeah. So I had a good time, but something keeps happening and I don't know it. Like, is this just my luck? You know, things happen all the time where I have to ask, like, is this just me making this happen? But I'm curious if people out there have had a similar experience. This is like the 5th concert I've been to in the last year where at some point during the end, or maybe they're doing their encore, they ask the audience to get on their knees on the ground.
What?
Like, am I crazy?
Not sit below.
Yeah,
like, no, get all the way down on the ground.
that's right.
Get all the way down on the ground.
What
get all the way down on the ground.
Lay
and
down
I'm like,
on the dirty
why does
floor.
every show keep doing this?
Yeah, that was
I forgot
a
about
bunch.
that.
Am I crazy?
I've never once heard of that.
So that happened within a couple days of that. No, the day before.
Yeah, it was
we went
the
and saw
day
the
before.
Aquabats.
Yeah.
We went and saw our friends, the Aquabats. They played down here in San Diego. Same thing happened. It ended with, all right, everyone get down. No, now get down. Now get down on the ground. It was like, I'm not. And then you don't. And everyone, like 1,000 people are looking at me. The one guy standing up, I'm like, I'm not getting, the floor is gross.
The
I'm
floor
not
is
that.
like beer spilled
Yeah,
on
it's
it.
always
it's
not
all
doing
sticky
that. It's beer
and-
cans and all that kind of gross stuff.
Prophylactics.
And they
laying
mention
around.
that. They always mention the gross
Yeah,
floor. And
I
like,
know
no,
it's
no,
gross,
still-
but just
still
get
do it.
down. No, you've explained why I'm not doing it, so I'm not going to do that. And then everyone's like, come on. Nope, not doing it.
Yeah.
I will say that is, I don't have a lot of special abilities or things that I would consider like a skill. One is we mentioned last week falling asleep in any vehicle. That I do consider that a skill.
Sure, yeah.
And the other is peer pressure really has never worked on me, and I'm very grateful for that because 1,000 people can all be staring at me standing in a sea of people on their knees at a show, and it has no effect on me. I'm like, you'll have to kill me to get me on that ground. You're gonna have to stab me until I can no longer stand. Like that's it.
I'm not getting on that ground.
I'm not getting on that ground.
Be bleeding.
But Johnny, that happened to us at the fucking Gorillaz show.
Oh yeah.
Remember that?
Gorillas did that?
It was the encore of the show. We were like about to leave. Like, okay, they're doing Clint Eastwood or whatever. We're about to head out the door. We're in the standing area. We're about to head out the door, and it's like, no, get down. Now really get down. Now get down on the ground. Everyone get down on the ground. And I think the guest that they had was even saying, like, if you see someone next to you not getting down on the ground, like yell at them.
He said we won't end the show until everyone gets on the ground.
Yeah.
And
So
me and Rocco
again,
were like,
me
fuck
and
it.
Johnny are the only two standing there with people going, and we're going, I'm good. Come on, motherfucker. Come on.
You want the show to end?
It's like, I'll just go to my car. I am on the way out. So it's every time.
This is fucked.
Yeah, I've never heard of that. That's terrible.
Has that happened to anybody else? It's
mean-
every concert I go to, they do that gimmick.
It is crazy because I was at the Tim Heidecker thing and he did that, and I refused.
Yeah, I just
as
kinda
well.
like-
I sat in the
I
chair.
stayed in my chair.
Yeah.
Because already it was kind of a little awkward. Like, I do want to talk about the Tim stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Being in a seated comedy show and then being asked to stand
Literally,
is the opposite. It should be like you're standing at a venue and then, hey, have a seat. We're going to do a comedy show.
Yeah.
So that was awkward. But then, when he's like, get on the floor, I just sat back down in the chair and I ducked my head down kind of like that.
Yeah.
But I can't believe this happened to you 4 other times this year.
Seriously. There's another one I went to that had
That's
happened.
fucking
Fuck. What was the other? There was
nuts.
another band. What other band? Sean, what other bands did I see?
Paul McCartney.
Yeah, he
get on
did
the
it.
ground.
No, I've got to see you on the ground.
Kiss.
There's nothing wrong with the ground. No,
I
Kiss
don't,
didn't do
I don't
that.
like it when lead singers get like a bossy.
Yeah, that was. I will say I will mark the Tim showdown for when they played the music. He literally yelled, "Get the fuck up!"
Are you gonna stand now?
Yeah, and he
Stand.
told you like, This is a standing show now, and it was like, I'm good, and I stayed seated.
Yeah, I'll give you a chance to sit later.
I'll tell you what I'm doing.
I mean, I fully, in our live show, we have audience participation. We ask the audience to do stuff, have fun with us. But I would never,
If someone
ever
didn't do it,
ask
I
to
wouldn't
lay on
fuck
the
with them.
ground.
No, or that.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't single out people not doing it. I'd just be
Yeah.
moving on with the people who are participating.
I get you want to have fun with the audience. That's not fun. This isn't
Yeah.
fun.
So I kind of think it goes both ways because I do think we've seen an uptick. If you look around online, there's been an uptick in like audiences doing stupid shit to the people on stage.
Throwing
Like,
phones.
Throwing stuff keeps happening.
Yeah.
Like, I threw a phone on stage. I was hoping you'd take a picture, or
That's so fucking
things like that. That is annoying. But I feel like I'm also seeing artists ask the crowd to do shit where it's like, stop doing that. Just do the show. It's all good. You don't need to.
Yeah.
So I think we were pretty good on our live tour.
I thought.
Oh yeah.
We asked the audience to help us a couple times. Like, could you help us?
And I think they were into it.
But it wasn't stand up or get down on your knees or spin around or anything like that.
No.
It was like, we could use your help.
Right.
Audience participation, I think there's a fine line with
Yes.
that.
Tomorrow is the day, everyone. I
Oh.
never thought would happen,
Yeah. Speaking of concerts.
but through a fucking miracle, my wife and daughters are going to Taylor Swift tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right.
So
She's going to make you guys do it. She's going to go.
it's one of those things.
Everybody on the ground, get your knees in the puddle of piss.
Dude, I can't even tell you the amount of strings that
You guys
had
had
to be
pull.
pulled for us to get this to happen, but it did happen. We got them at face value. Oh my God, of all things.
Is that
So
good?
Metakite is looking it up now, going, nosebleeds are $1,500.
That's not what we paid. So
Did you guys mortgage the house? I mean, Jesus.
that's the thing. Well, I told Emma
Yeah.
in particular when they went on sale, she wanted that as a graduation present.
Oof.
I'm like, I will get you a ticket for graduation. That's before
You knew.
I saw the nosebleeds. I didn't realize. I thought they'd be like, $300
Yeah.
at most for like a good seat.
Lord.
And when I saw it, it's like $1,000 for behind the stage nosebleed. I'm like, I can't do that.
Yeah.
Like that's not happening. So then they started, she added another show in LA, and then we had a mom friend of ours who reached out. It's like, I got the code. Do you want me to try to get tickets for you? I can get 4. She got us 4 tickets. It was a fucking miracle. So anyways, I am not going. I am driving them there, and I'm going to be like
you guys got just four
tickets. So
Yeah.
Jenny
Beckett-
and the 3 girls?
Yes, so Beckett's not going. Here's the thing, though. I want to go so fucking bad.
This is where I would love an explanation.
Yeah. Okay.
Because honestly, me and Derek had a nice long rant at the end of last week's PPS.
Yeah.
Let me take that again. Last week's PPS.
Yeah.
The T Swift side op that Brian was on caused him to miss the PPS.
Oh yeah, because Brian went.
Brian went, and I just want to hear from you guys. What is the draw? I know
Well,
Brian's a huge pop music fan
right.
and has been his whole life.
Here's the thing: it's like I know, like they had some thing where like you can get standing room tickets for
Yeah.
like Ticketmaster every now and then will sell them for like $70, but there's no way I'm able to get that. There's like it's like
That's
impossible.
a lotto.
It's a lotto that's so far beyond my capabilities that I'm just not
70.
going to get
Wow. All right.
it. I just want to go. I won't even look at her. I just want to watch my kids watch the show because they're gonna.
You see the
fucking love
glee
it.
in
Yeah,
there.
they're gonna.
lame.
They're gonna be so happy.
Oh, my family's so happy.
I
They're gonna
just
sing
want to
that.
watch them sing.
Get over
it
that.
Screaming.
and love it. I just
losing
like
their
and the
voices.
fact that I can't be there to see that, like I just.
Can Jenny FaceTime you?
But that's lame.
I
I
know,
want
she
her to
just-
watch the show.
I'm just
Have her
asking
just
how many
tuck her
times.
phone.
I'm just asking a serious question. How many times you got to see your family be happy?
You know what? I just feel like
You have Christmases.
this
Is that not
gonna
enough?
be one of those moments. I just know.
Yeah, I know what you're saying.
like when we gave them all the tickets, they were excited, but like Sawyer in particular was just like for like 5 minutes. Like,
They couldn't believe it.
Couldn't believe she got
It was
a ticket.
almost a muted reaction because they were so stunned.
It was shock.
because
Really
they
was.
know the amount of money is probably big.
Yeah, we didn't. I swear to you, like, gentleman does not
Discuss
discuss the
price.
prices, but I will say the grand total of what I spent for the 4 tickets total was less than $300. So it was nothing that, you know.
So you had like you said they were at face value.
We got
which sounds
face value.
bad.
No. Face
That's
value
good?
is good because on the secondhand market is when they spend $1,000 a ticket.
Oh, okay.
So like,
You know what though? Can I be real with you?
Yeah.
On the way back from tour on the plane, I watched 80 for Brady,
yeah.
and they went through the same thing with Super Bowl tickets, and it did not end well. So
Uh-oh.
I hope it goes okay.
I do-
because those were not good Super Bowl
I'm
tickets.
telling you though, they are the highest of high seats and the furthest behind the stage, but they're in the fucking building.
They're in the building.
I don't care. You know,
Yeah.
they're in the building. That's all I wanted. So I'm so thankful
Her
and happy.
stage goes way out. So
Yeah.
at some point they'll be able
and
to
the
see her.
screens all over. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And plus, I'm thinking like they have those like light up wristbands,
Yeah.
so they'll be able to see like the entire scene of like the entire stadium like glowing and her.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
it's fucking cool.
Oh, they
honestly.
do the thing like Crater Clash with the wristbands?
Yeah.
Yeah, but like
a lot
it's like,
of big venues do
That's
that.
the first time we saw that.
it is.
Or I did.
The images I've seen of this are like I've never seen anything like it. Like it, I didn't know there's such a fever over this.
I
fucking-
also
it's
I can
crazy.
understand you wanting to go just because this is going to be like a cultural event. It's like Beatlemania for this generation. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah, I just
you can look back on this and be like, yeah, I was at that
yeah.
Taylor
Well,
Swift
not even, I
concert.
don't like. I would. I don't. I
2023.
don't care about like, you know. I don't necessarily, you know, I don't care to see her perform. Like, I mean, I just the
Seeing the
things
kids'
I've
reaction.
seen though of the stage performance, it looks fucking cool. Like her
Yeah.
diving the stage, all the
Yeah.
effects look pretty cool.
I don't mean to sound whatever. I'm not trying to poo on anyone's whatever. But
Yeah.
I've never listened to Taylor Swift. I'd rather drink acid.
oh my
But
god,
but
no, don't do that.
but I would, if I was given a ticket, I would definitely go just because I want to the tech setup of that. Everything I'm hearing is like there's never been another tour like that. So
Yeah.
I would want to see that side
the
of it.
stage.
Yeah, and you know, like, could I sing all the songs with them? 100%.
Yeah.
I definitely could.
Oh, sure.
But that's you know.
I'd be there Shazamming everything like Soundhound.
Who is this?
What is this?
I know we've
Samming.
said it before, but in case anyone didn't hear that story,
That was so
seeing
good.
someone in front of us at a Paul McCartney concert Shazamming Blackbird. Blackbirds ta-da-na.
That was crazy, dude. What is this?
Anne, use your phone. I can't.
I think-
get this.
It's not coming in. Maybe it's because
Margaret,
it's the live version.
Use your phone.
You know,
Yeah.
that could be just the funniest bit ever for our benefit. Like that. I mean, that could have been like the
Yeah.
ultimate joke.
How
Because that
you
is-
couldn't write that better.
You can't write that better.
No.
Yeah.
Also, like, I think Shazamming anything at a
Live.
concert
Yeah.
is another.
He did it for like half the song.
That's another really funny idea.
Stop Blackbird, and then he go, "Can't buy me love." Right back to Shazam.
What's this one?
What is this? Can't
making his
buy
own
me
set
love.
list.
Margaret, write that down.
I
Can't
can't-
buy me love.
I can't believe
How
that's
did you get
real.
into this show?
I can't believe that it's real. That's like the ultimate dad joke, you know? Like that is
It's completely
that is so
bizarre.
fucking funny.
So
Everyone's gonna be
now that I know you're into Taylor because you just want to see the love and admiration your daughters are going to express.
Right.
That answers that question, and you're
Okay.
you're forgiven. But what's
Oh, thank
Brian's
you.
excuse? What is Brian's excuse?
Brian
Yeah.
always loved pop music.
He that's the only thing I can think of.
I do think too that like this is such a phenomenon that like it would be. I think anyone would. It's
It's a big deal.
but to me, it's like walking when I walked in. Rocco, what was that name of that band? That J-pop band we saw.
Nun Slaughter.
It wasn't Nunslaughter.
Oh, Puffy.
Puffy Amiyumi. Is that
Well, hold on.
It was
They
just
were
Puffy.
in the United States. They gave him the moniker Puffy Amiyumi because there was a discrepancy between Puffy and like Puffy. You know, like Sean
right?
Combs.
Puff Daddy.
Puffy. So, but their
Oh.
real name in Japan is Puffy. So.
Okay.
But yeah.
But again, I didn't know a single song, but I wanted to go, and it was fun to check out. Like, what is this? It's
yeah.
a new experience.
I really do like going to shows that are outside of my.
Sure.
And I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
this is very much outside my normal concert that I would go to, but
Yeah.
it would be like the friendship bracelet thing, the people
Yeah.
dressing up and like
Ah.
screaming. Like,
Yeah.
I think it'd be a fucking trip to go.
I'm
See,
telling you, the only. Oh, sorry. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say the Tim Heidecker concert. That was me out of my musical.
Yeah.
element.
I don't listen to his music, so I honestly had fun hearing it. Not all of it
I
was
did,
my thing.
and I want to
but-
get back to that because I want to
Yeah, keep going.
dissect it further.
Yeah,
Yeah. Keep going now? Well,
Yeah.
I will certainly take the opportunity. I enjoyed it, and I don't want to, shit on him musically in any way.
No, I had a great time.
But it is hard to distinguish because his comedy is so dry as well.
Mhm.
It's hard to distinguish when I'm watching him now transition from a half-hour comedy show to like an hour of authentic music, serious music.
Mhm.
Because there was only like 2 songs about hot piss, and that's
Yeah,
those
and
are the only things I
He
knew,
did mix.
right?
He did mix those in, and
Yeah.
then it was almost halfway through one of them that you're going, oh, he's singing about piss. Now.
Oh, this is the
oh,
Yellow
we're
River
laughing
Boys.
now.
This is one of the piss
Yeah.
songs.
So-
it does. Yeah.
So some of his music, like Yellow River Boys, is comedic in nature.
Yeah.
And that's the stuff I'm familiar with too. So then he's even intermingling this set with like comedy songs and like this is another one from high school. And I'm like, he's playing fucking music he wrote in high school.
No,
for
he
us?
has an album called High School.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Because I am like, at one point,
Yeah.
I had a Video Games Live flashback.
Oh yeah.
Tell me if this makes sense to you. Because I think I audibly like said something to whoever was I sitting next to you,
I
Kevin?
think it was me. Yeah.
When Kevin sitting next to me, when he came out, Tim changed and he came out in a baseball cap pulled down low and a red buttoned up shirt over his t-shirt now.
Uh-huh.
And I just looked over at Kevin. I'm like, he's fucking dressed like Tommy Tallarico.
Uh-huh.
He looks like he has a
He kind of had a Tommy
Spider-Man
outfit. Yeah.
Yeah, he had like a fucking Spider-Man button up on and a fucking like ball cap on. He came out and he's rocking and rolling and he's got my wireless set up for something later. You'll check this out. And then he's jumping off the stage like Tommy
Yeah, he
does.
kind of did.
And then he's running up and down the aisles.
Yeah,
and I'm
he
just
kinda
like,
had Tommy energy.
I started cackling because I'm like, is this a fucking bit? Because
Yeah.
this just looks like
Yeah.
I'm at a Video Games Live and he just hit the fucking chord on the Halo theme.
Yeah, he
and he's
did
all
kinda act like
he's
that,
all
yeah.
excited about it.
Yeah. At one point, Tim, while he's doing that, he had a wireless thing and ran off the stage and ran like through our aisle,
Right next
like
to
he
you.
was right next. So I have
Yeah.
a video of him like nearly clipping my camera as he's shredding past. And what's weird is that he went up on stage and then the girl in front of me was like, "Oh, I better get mine. I want to record." And then she went to record it. The security was like, "Put that away! Put your fucking video camera away!" And it was like, were we not supposed to be filming? I guess we weren't.
There was
There
like
were
a sign.
signs.
I
That
was
it.
filming the whole show and no one said anything.
There were signs when we went through the entrance.
Yeah.
That's the only time I saw it. But
But it was just like all
Yeah.
that chaos happened. We all recorded it and then stopped. And then one girl went, "Well, I'd like to record." Get the fuck out of here. I was like, what happened?
he
here?
probably
What just-
follows your personal channel. Like a security guard's a fan of yours.
Yeah, maybe.
But it was just hard. It's a hard sell. And I know
Yeah, it was, I don't know. It was weird.
It's
Yeah, it
the,
was
the
weird.
music's not bad. It's just not my genre because it's almost like it's like folk music.
Yeah, kind of.
It's rock and folk music. There was one
But they were
heavier
really good.
song.
They were a great band.
Oh, the band
They were
was
a great
great.
band. Yeah.
and thus the name, the really good band.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were all really good, and yeah, it sounded great. And
But the two
it's-
piss songs were the ones I was in.
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's just hard to transition. And I know there's that saying that like every comedian wants to be a rock star, and every rock star wants to be a comedian, and it's so fucking true
Yeah.
in the hardest way.
But I do think it's almost kind of cool, though. I will say, as a compliment, I like stuff that actually walks that line of like, am I laughing now? Or is this supposed to be? I think we could use more entertainment that makes us go like, wait, what am I laughing at and what's serious? You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah, I'm seeing Tom from Tom Goes to the Mayor jump off stage with
Yeah.
a wireless guitar and rock the fuck out. And he's
Yeah.
singing and his voice is good. And it's just like, is this a bit? What is this? Is
Yeah.
so odd.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just because I'm not really familiar with that genre of music.
Yeah.
It's hard. It walks a line.
Yeah, but I think if you go to a Tim Heidecker show, I wouldn't expect that at all. You're not in the mindset for it.
Not at all.
Because I do feel like I asked every single person, how was the show? And they all kind of like, it was good. It was weird. It was good.
Yeah.
Good.
I think it was a great show if you follow him really closely, because then you see his comedy, but you also know his albums.
Yeah.
And I don't think any of us follow him to that level.
Nah.
We generally do, but
I didn't realize he had like real albums. I knew he had like
Yeah,
that
he's got
one
a few.
where he talks about pee the whole time.
Yeah.
Yellow River Boys is one of my favorites.
It's a classic.
Yeah.
I did
Yellow
get.
River
I
is a
did
classic.
get. I should have used it. I did get a little can koozie or whatever that says "hot piss" on it. So that was the merch was pretty
Good
cool.
stuff.
But anyway, I just didn't want to. My point is, I didn't want to get on my knees on the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's really what it all boils down to. But I do like. I've brought this up a million times before, but I really do like though going to concerts and stuff outside of my comfort zone or things I didn't intend to see. You know, the one music festival I ever went to in my life, I saw, 311, and then I saw Method Man, and then I saw the White Stripes, and it was like,
We saw Black Eyed Peas.
yeah, and I would have never bought a ticket for Black Eyed Peas or Method Man or any of that, but how fun it was to see them. Or I saw the Used,
Oh yeah,
never heard from them before or since,
Yeah.
but had a great time. Just like, what's this all about? Oh, people are really into this. Okay. I like that. I really don't section myself off from any kind of music. I think it's fun to experience it. I might not listen to it in my car later. You know, when we saw CKY
That's
one
right.
year, they played with Cradle of Filth.
Cradle of Filth
And I
was
remember
awesome.
so many people told me, they were like, "Oh, you're probably not going because they're kind of only opening for Cradle of Filth." I was like, "No, I want to see that. I think it'd be fun." And that was outside as far as possible in my comfort zone. Danny Filth going, you know, but it was like, but it was, I had a blast that night, you know.
Who
so
opened? Wasn't it Necro Goblin Con?
Yeah.
Necro Gobblecon was another CKY
Yeah,
show.
that was the one I went to.
Yeah.
And another band called Granny Four Barrels.
Yeah.
Where the person was dressed as a granny with a rocker on stage.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that.
It was
That was great.
Yeah, that was a great show.
That was an all around great show.
Again, Necro Gobblecon. I never bought tickets to one of their shows.
Yeah.
Fucking loved
Having
that.
the-
Had a
Having
blast.
the goblin dude just coming out into the audience and
He was like trying to. He was
Oh,
like
it's
he
great.
was like getting to my face and stuff.
Yeah.
It was so much fun.
he
Yeah.
took a beer on stage.
Yes, that was to answer. We sometimes we have the chat open during the live show. Sometimes we don't. But I do think it's important to address the one music festival we went to. Yes, Street Scene 05 in San Diego was the year that Fergie pissed herself.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was
So
Speaking
the
of-
one time we saw Black Eyed
Speaking of
Peas,
hot piss,
yeah, the one time I saw Black Eyed Peas live was the show.
Yeah.
yeah,
Where we walk, I told the story 1,000 times, but I remember walking up and she's going, "Ha! I just came right off the van. Don't need makeup. Fuck it." She just kept saying stuff like that. "Ha! Who needs? Just roll up out of the van, do the show. Ha! Who cares? Fuck it." She kept saying that, and I was like, "Did we miss something?
Oh.
Is something going on? What's going on?" Like she's like, "Looks like she pissed her pants."
She's
or
all
something.
wet.
And then Perez Hilton hit the blog that night.
You could see it from where you were standing?
100%.
Oh.
But she's wearing light gray sweatpants.
Yeah. Gray sweatpants. Laser focus.
That's right.
What's that? Oh, something looks like Stain's getting bigger. Ooh. Uh-oh. Oh, what?
Oh.
So I never need to see Black Eyed Peas again, as far as I'm concerned.
You
That
saw
was, that
that
was
show.
the
You
show.
saw
The
the main
definitive
show.
show.
Like if we went and saw Daft Punk and then one of them like took a shit,
You know-
I would say they don't need to tour anymore.
No more, maybe I'll see Apple the App solo. or
Yeah,
something.
yeah. I'll see Taboo solo.
Maybe. But
Who's your favorite solo Black Eyed Pea? Black Eyed Pea.
there's only one wrong answer.
Go ahead. So Apple the app. I'm going.
I'm
Taboo.
Apple the App, yeah.
I like Fergie.
You want to reunite?
Okay.
I don't even know.
All right.
Fergie.
Pretend.
Well, hey, no one said, "Well, I am." So
That's the only wrong
that's-
answer.
That's
Two
progress.
Fergies.
No one wants to see his
That's
dumbass.
progress. You know what dope is spelled backwards? Hey, before we get too far,
Epod.
we always do our plugs way too late in the show, and
Love that.
I know
Love
that,
that about us.
I know that our viewers get pissed. They want more plugs earlier, more
Yeah.
often, and I feel like I've been letting everyone down, and I want to
Sure.
apologize for that.
Sure.
So let's get to it. Shop.mega64.com, the best place to order Mega 64 stuff. Support the shows that you love that we do, and support our studio, and get some banging stuff for yourself. Get some bitchin' stuff, as your dad might say.
Oh, yeah.
And even I'll say it, so it's not just dad.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we always have a ton of great stuff on there. And this Friday, it's coming down momentarily. It was a brief merch drop.
Yeah.
But let me choose my words carefully here.
Okay.
There is a certain video. Well, we did a couple videos based on this property, certain thing, that for some reason are blowing up in Japan right now. I don't know why that happened now, which I'm going to say more about this in a second, by the way.
Please.
But in the midst of all that, we do have a merch drop. We're calling it the Impact Collection, centered kind of around the vibes of this particular series, maybe just inspired by, the vibes of this. So if you want to get that stuff, that's up on the store now, but it won't be for very long. And there's a new shirt in the mix.
It's brand new.
One of Shawn's kids did the artwork.
Sawyer did the artwork for it. I asked her to draw something, and then she's like, I can draw that, sure. So then she drew it and then looked at me and said, what did you have me draw?
Didn't she say, what did I create?
Yeah, she said, what did I create? And I was like,
what have I create?
I would explain it to you, but I don't get
Did you show her the show after that?
I showed her our video after that.
Not good enough.
Oh.
I wonder if this will spark an interest, though, when she grows up and is like, I could stream this whole show I used to draw stuff from. I wonder if that'll be something that she looks at later in life.
Maybe. I mean, she might just go, oh, that's the thing.
That's that thing I made from that anime.
Yeah, she, I didn't tell her it was for a shirt because I didn't want her to.
You don't want the pressure on.
Not that. I also I want it to be a thing where I was like, here's this. And if you could draw that for me for work, that'd be helpful, but no pressure. If you don't want to, no big deal. And then she's like, I'll do it right now. I'm like, all right, no, just whatever you want to do. Because I just really did. I wanted it to be I don't want to give her notes too when she's doing it.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like, that's the wrong. I just wanted her to do it.
Yeah.
And so that's what she came up
So
with.
this is the trilogy. You got the 2 units and now this brand new shirt that you can check out.
She was like, should I get the ruler for the cross? And I was like, that's your call. I mean, if you want to do a ruler, cool. If you don't, that's fine too. You can't mess this up.
She's got a Basquiat kind of freehand style there without the ruler.
But it's funny because the what was the first one called? Is it
The unit shirt?
the unit shirt? The first one that she did, that was when she was 8, and now she's 10.
You can see the improvement.
and you can see she's getting better for sure.
It's funny.
Yeah. Anyways, so
check that out. Shop.mega64.com.
Yeah, we got a bunch of stylish stuff, a bunch of off-the-wall stuff in our Impact collection. So check that out. Shop.mega64.com. And as always, patreon.com/mega64 is a great way. Once again, if you want to support the show, but also we have so many exclusive things on there that are for the turbo fans, for the I say this affectionately, the psycho fans.
Okay.
But
The stands?
moments after, I never liked the term stand because if you
implies-
watch the music video, it's not a great.
It implies
why did that become a norm to use stand?
it's interesting, right?
The music video director, the guy who directed that video, was like, I wouldn't say that. I'm going off that.
That's why I like bringing it up.
But yeah, patreon.com/mega64. Right after this, our panel from Anime Expo is going up, which was really fun. We told lots of stories there. Of course, we cosplayed. That goes without saying. But our whole panel from that is going up. And then a little later this week, in the next few days, I believe, our Comic-Con panel will go up too. And that's where we were struck by a fire alarm and everything went to hell.
Chaotic.
So if you want a chaotic video, literally, I think at one point a fight breaks out. You may want to tune in on that. So that'll be up on our Patreon later this week. And we're also doubling up on our movie club episode. We just did a movie club episode on Ghostbusters 2. And then right after this tonight, we're recording an episode on Total Recall.
Yeah,
it's going up on there
tonight. And
Get your ass
do
to
we know
Mars.
if are we gonna do it live, or do we think we should?
Maybe
We're talking.
I'm down.
It's
We might do it live. We're gonna look at the logistics
we're
of it,
gonna
but we might
see.
just do it live on here. Why
and
not?
then you can, if you missed it live, then you can check it out on Patreon.
Yeah.
Also, I should say that I did miss a record club. I really tried to get through a whole year without missing, and I fucked it up. But it's going to be on normal time Thursday, and I'm so thrilled because I got Brian is going to be on because he is a Wu-Tang Clan expert. So I'm really excited to get Brian on.
He's who showed me the Wu-Tang.
He is. Yeah.
Yep.
Well, I've never heard this before, but Brian definitely has. So I could have recorded without Brian and it'd been on time, but I thought it's way better to wait a little bit and
You
get
gotta
Brian.
get the King
so
Lord
we're gonna do
on.
that.
Yeah.
If
that's
it's
awesome.
number 27 album of all time, I should give it the respect it deserves.
Okay, so what were we just talking about before that? Concerts that we were.
Concerts. I'm gonna sneak in a Taylor Swift concert to watch my kids.
I
don't
mean,
know.
we covered it. I mean, nothing left with Comic-Con. Oh, the Ava shirt and the Ava blowing up over.
Oh
that-
yeah.
Johnny
So our
and Garrett.
Ava video. This may or may not be related to anything we were talking about before, but our Ava video, for some reason, caught fire in Japan, and it's got millions of views.
These
on-
are new
on-
views,
yeah, on
Japanese
different
views.
platforms, stuff like that. And is everything okay?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Is it interesting that like I, as a weeaboo, am more impressed now that we're getting Japanese views than American views?
Yeah, I mean that's just.
Do you feel the same way? It's almost like, oh my god. It's,
Well, I wanted it to catch on there because the show's from there.
and I believe like the Dragon Ball videos, like when they hit in Mexico, I had a certain elevated level of pride.
yeah,
Because like fuck yeah. Like
Yeah.
if Mexico likes our Dragon Ball videos, like that's the shit. And when we saw
Yeah, yeah,
analytics coming out of that, it like filled me with pride.
Yeah.
And this is the same thing when you told me, hey, our Ava in 5 minutes and End of Ava video is like hitting hard in
Yeah.
in the Japanese demographic. Like that swelled me full of pride. Like, holy shit.
yeah.
It's like validation. They like it.
Well, I really wanted to. I honestly, my goal is I just want Studio Kara people to see it.
Fuck
I
yeah.
want to hear that Anno watched it. That's
Yeah.
that's like my goal. So to me, it's just a step.
It's a ticking
Towards
time.
that.
Any day now, you're gonna get that.
That's a good point though. Ranty Rose in the chat just said this. I would love for this to get big enough that we can do the farewell tour in Japan and people come out to see it. I wonder if we did that now, if people would come. I don't know.
Don't
How many
know.
expats are over there? I mean, there's a decent amount.
I can't imagine. I mean, like the language barrier alone.
Oh, I
is-
didn't think about that part.
is tough.
Just learn Japanese.
I don't. I mean, I could.
For real?
No, I'm not
No.
smart enough to learn a new language.
Doing a stage show
Pick any language. I can't learn that.
is already so hectic.
I mean,
man.
you heard me
Remembering
thinking
lines.
that theme song was one word earlier in the show. Like I don't know. I don't know shit.
But I will say I am gonna boast for a minute here though.
Please,
Go ahead.
please.
It was tweeted out by as it was kind of blowing up in all these on Japanese Twitter. It was tweeted out by Takashi Tokita, who was lead designer on Final Fantasy IV, my favorite game of all time, and went on to direct a couple little games most people haven't heard of, like Chrono Trigger
Oh my god.
and Live a Live. I've never known how to say it.
Orioles.
I didn't play it. And
should have stopped at Chrono Trigger.
Parasite Eve.
Oh my god, that should have been
and-
second.
Oh my God. He's a royalty at Square. So he was tweeting out about it
What'd he say?
and said that he thought the editing and the direction was really cool.
Okay.
Trying to translate it, but great. He liked the pace of it, the tempo of it. And
Look at- these are all ticks on your box, Rocco.
oh my gosh, this was like,
Wow.
this made
He didn't say anything
my
about the
week.
costumes. He didn't say like a
No,
cool props.
no.
Karu was
He
handsome. or something?
specifically called out the editing.
Oh yes.
He really
Yeah.
did. I was so stoked. I was
That's
so
awesome.
stoked. So anyway, that made my week to see that. So man, yeah, that was like I was glowing about that.
Dang,
Hell
that's
yeah.
cool. Did he say about me being a great Shinji?
No, but there were lots of other tweets about that.
About
Oh,
Shinji.
Where
I was
they
joking.
said like you if you watch all the behind the scenes and stuff, the guy playing Shinji doesn't want to do it and it makes him better. Like I saw comments about that. And I was so
Hold on, let me translate. This one says, great job as pathetic Shinji. That must be a
No, that's right.
No, that is maybe a
That's right.
mistranslation.
That's
Pathetic.
accurate. No, pathetic.
but yeah, anyway, so that just like made my week.
Listless
That's really
Shinji.
cool.
That is awesome.
You know, I'm trying to get Manny Padre to watch our DBZ video, but they haven't seen
There's
it.
not
yet.
doing it.
No, Manny Machado hasn't watched it yet,
Not yet.
but I'll get him.
maybe go
eventually.
for a retiree first,
I'm
and then
gonna,
they can
like-
show it.
I'm gonna go to the game. And be like,
Yeah.
Manny, look at my phone. This is my video.
Yeah,
Check it
watch
out.
this for 10
Hey,
minutes.
let me show you a video on my phone.
Manny, you're gonna love this.
When was the last time someone hijacked you with a video on their phone? Is it the worst thing to do to a person?
I actually think that might be the worst thing you could do.
I think it is technically the worst thing you can do to a person is hijack them with like an over 3-minute cell phone video.
Even if it's a minute, you gotta just send it to me.
Yeah.
I got more tolerance, I guess. But yeah,
If we know each other,
and I
we're
know
at a
you're
thing,
interested in it.
and we add a thing, and it's like, hey, did you see what happened to so and so? You know, he took a shit at the. I don't know why I always use that as an example. You know,
love
do
shit
you
vids.
want to see it? And you say yes.
Yeah.
I'll pull it up.
Pull it
Go.
up.
But that's very different than.
Yeah, if you're
Oh,
friends.
hey, nice to meet you. Hey, I did a skit just like
Oh,
yours.
yeah.
Check this out. And it's like 4.5 minutes.
You touch the tap
Yeah.
to see how much longer. Oh no.
Are we?
And then like, people start talking to you, and you're just like, 1 second, and you're just
Yeah, it doesn't work. You have to email it.
Man.
You just have to like. That's my go-to. I'm just like, could you just email this to me and I'll check it out later. Sorry, it's just not. I can't really see it.
I can't hear it.
But I always feel like a dick doing that.
That's a good move. I never thought to be like,
Yeah,
hey, can you just email
you
this,
just send it to
this
me.
to me?
Yeah.
Because like I can't enjoy this in this.
Yeah,
environment.
exactly. But that it's honestly true. I'm not saying like, yo, fuck off. It's just I can't watch it like this. So.
Yeah, that is pretty rough.
But once it happened to me, I learned in
Yeah.
life to never do that to someone else.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a lesson learned.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I'm thinking like, have I done that to somebody?
For sure at one point.
I guess, but I
We
think
all have to learn.
I think it's like, yeah, you guys. And a lot of times too, it's like, hey, watch this video. Like, you think it's good for a personal channel, or what do you think?
Sure,
It's like
yeah, that
getting
would
your
be
like
honest.
opinion.
that's
on
yeah,
it.
that's different.
That's different. Hey, I need help with
Rocco,
something
can
and
I
I'm
have your
helping you.
opinion on
Yeah.
a quick video if I should upload
before
this?
to Rocco, I'm like, I haven't done it recently, but hey, is this a dad vid or a personal channel video? Like, cause like it's of my kids, but I think it's funny, but I'm also their dad and I'm very biased. You have to give me the outsider's perspective. Is this funny or is it just like whatever? And he'll be honest. He'll tell me, it's dad one. Like, okay.
I think there's something specific that we're almost relating it to where it's a first meeting with a person. Like the first time you meet someone.
right.
and
Somebody
then
met Name a child and said, hey, watch my Jackie
Yeah,
Ball video.
that's
Yeah.
what that is really
That
the
was
mindset
no.
when I consider it horrible.
I hope no one out there. I hope they're not seeing this. Maybe they are, but
If you're watching
that
this,
was
it's not about you.
when we went to the Konami E3 event in 2011.
Oh yeah.
That was one where it was we had done the Transfar Ring video.
That's
and it
right.
was like they did, through this big event. It was like, oh, this is awesome. And it was at like some major studio, like a Hollywood studio, not like at Konami offices. It was at like on like the Sony lot. Or
Yeah, we had to
something.
go past security guards.
Yeah, it was really
Oh,
cool.
yeah, we did.
And then walked in, and it was immediately like, "Oh shit, you're the dude from Mega64. I did a video just like you guys. Here, watch." And it was like, I just walked in the door, and it was like,
It's like, sorry, sir, there's a cheese
And it was like-
plate over there.
it was like a Wii Fit parody or something. It was like a Wii U video or something like that, and it was just like, I don't.
Sir, this is a Wendy's.
And I'm looking, and it's like, yeah, it's like 5:12 on the on the
timeline.
timer, and I'm like, I don't. This seems good, but could you email it to
That's
me?
a good,
So
I
I
need to
just
keep that.
and it was like in the daylight too. So he's like trying to turn up the brightness. Sorry if that was you. You were very nice. But I figured it's been over a decade, so maybe I could.
There
talk
are
about it.
some instances too where it's like a bad setting. Like I still get chills thinking about the RTX. You weren't there, Rocco,
Okay,
but the sound was broken
Oh,
And
during
that-
a panel?
during a panel. And the
Oh.
only way I could play a video with sound
Oh,
was
I
to
wasn't
put the
there.
microphone up to the speaker.
Yeah.
I do remember that. I do remember
still
that.
get chills.
Really?
I get
Just like-
chills. It was the most uncomfortable I've ever been. But there's situations like that where it's like I made my I don't know, my grandma's brother, what is relation, like great uncle, god uncle, I don't know the fuck.
I never know.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
What-
don't know
My
that.
grandma's brother,
Sure.
I always call him Uncle Bob. Sweetest guy, asked me to make a 50th anniversary video for him. So I did happily. And I put it all together.
Oh, I remember.
And we got to the place where they were going to show it. And it was outside, daylight. I'm like, do you have a TV? Oh, no, it's a projector. I'm like, well,
That doesn't work.
this will never.
Yeah, it's daylight and it's a
Work.
projector on a white screen.
I don't.
But he didn't know that.
He didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, it's not your job to
they
know
hit
that. You're
play,
there.
and I remember hearing people going, "I can't see anything." It's like I know, I know. But it was a whole thing where like my sweet great uncle, I think it's great uncle, he was like, and Shawn made this video, and thank you so much, Shawn. And, like it was like a nice shout out to me.
Oh, I've never heard this story.
And then they hit play, and I was like, don't.
Don't put my name on.
You can't see it. You can't see it. So then later
It's
he
high
made a
noon.
new announcement being like, Shawn said he'll upload to YouTube so you can watch the video there. I was like, okay.
Okay. Jesus. That's a nightmare,
Yeah.
It's out of your control.
Definitely the rudest one that's ever happened to me. And this is one where if they do see it, I hope you do, dickhead. But they won't. But they was when we were waiting to get into Disneyland. I think it was with you and Brian.
Yeah.
And the guy had like a video of like Yoda memes or something.
Yeah.
It was like seriously fucking meme images of Yoda. Like,
Stranger in front of us.
get high, I am.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like a 15-year-old kid with whatever. And why did he talk to us in the first place?
He just turned around. I think
We
he
were-
showed it.
We were laughing. I feel like we were laughing about something, and then he's like, "Yeah, you think that's funny? Check this
Yeah,
out."
show it.
And it was like Yoda with a bong or something.
And we're
Like
like,
Yoda
yeah,
gets, and we were like,
hey.
yeah. Anyway, like back to our conversation, and then he goes, "No, look at it."
Oh.
And it was like,
fuck.
fuck this kid. Security. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that. Johnny, you're gonna bleep that. But anyway, kill Yoda. You can't.
Yeah.
Anyway, but yeah, we were like, whoa. We were like so pissed off.
Yeah.
Look at
It was the rudest thing we'd ever
Yo,
seen.
that's a whole nother classification of I guess annoyance in my life. And I don't want to come off as like a total antisocial nihilist, but when I'm in line at the theme park and I've got the best friend that I make in line, like this always fucking happens.
People
Yeah,
like
yeah,
talking
yeah.
to you.
People do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm sure it's not just me. I mean, this happens all the time where like,
Yeah, I
someone
just make
turns
friends, though.
around.
I see. I'm the opposite. We're like, I'll talk to you. I don't give a shit.
yeah, but I hate it when like just this last time it happened. And it happened, I remember in Dollywood too, but this last time at Cedar Point,
Oh.
me, Jay, and Johnny and Derek are in line for a coaster.
Yeah.
And someone joins in
That guy ruled though.
to our conversation.
Oh, but
That guy ruled?
See, Johnny liked him.
Yeah, he was telling us how he does like acid in a cabin with his grandma or some
Okay,
shit.
that was the guy in Dollywood.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you said?
No, no.
Cedar Rapids.
Oh.
It
Cedar
happened
Point, Cedar
again
Point.
in Cedar Rapids. Remember
Point.
when we were
Cedar
going through
Point.
all the metal detectors?
Oh yeah, fuck that
Cedar
guy.
Point, sorry.
It's all good.
Yeah, I hated that guy too.
That guy jumped in like, oh, you think that? It's like we're having a private conversation, dude. Like he just inserted
Dude.
himself into the conversation,
I know.
and then he starts asking questions and questions, and no one else is replying to him but me, and I feel bad.
Dude,
so like,
yeah,
I
okay.
keep it going.
So yesterday,
Ugh.
I jumped into someone's conversation yesterday.
You
and
were that
I
guy.
regretted it instantly. But we were in line for Costco. These women in front of me were.
But see, when you know it gets cold, you back off, right?
But there wasn't even it was like they were like, wait, how big is this thing? What are the dimensions of? And they're like, buying this gigantic cabinet.
yeah.
And like I'm in line in front of them, and they're just like looking around the whole box, but it's right in front of me, right there. And it's like I let them struggle with it for like 30 seconds. So finally, like, oh, it's right there. And they gave me this look of like, fuck off.
Ooh.
Like I shouldn't have like
was
inserted
just-
myself. But it was like they're struggling. I have the answer,
But fuck me, I guess.
but I guess I should have shut the
Yeah.
fuck up. Sorry, but it was right. It's
Yeah.
70 inches, lady. In case
Hey.
you wanted to know.
The guy in Dollywood was cool. He was like 19 and he kept asking us if we've done drugs. And he had a mushroom hanging from his necklace even. He had like a glass puka shells with a fucking blown glass mushroom in it. I love mushrooms.
He kept
guys.
calling himself a cosmonaut.
I'm a cosmonaut. I love
Oh, yeah.
mushrooms. So he kind of inserted himself and then we all had fun with him because we started asking him questions and got him talking. But the other guy at Dollywood is just like, yeah, he's giving me stats and telling me I've ridden this coaster 130 times. It's like, you want a fucking prize, dude? Like, I'm trying to talk to my boy Johnny here. I'm trying to bond with Jay. I only get to see this guy once a fucking year. And you're here inserting yourself. Go through the other fucking metal detector, dude.
Bro.
Yeah.
Well,
You don't even know this dance, bro. You sit down.
I don't know what you're referring to.
Oh, I have the drops.
Do you
I
really?
I can.
Do you play them on the PBS?
Not yet, but once I
Oh.
load them into the equipment, you're fucked.
You can't stand, bro.
I got
Bro.
Someone actually in our fan base clipped him, put him in wave format, and emailed him
Shut
to me.
the
They
fuck
did
up.
all the work, so I got, bro, you sit down. You don't even know this dance, dude. I got all three. I'm ready to roll.
Man.
Oh man. Well, fun stuff for me.
Well, all I was gonna say was like, I don't mind people just in public, like an interaction. Like, okay,
A
we're
quick thing, yeah.
we're in line for a long thing. Let's let's go back to the Comic-Con example. I'm in line for a long thing at Comic-Con, and a guy goes, you know, blah 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 about this thing. You know, why don't they do this? Yeah, okay. Interaction. I'm fine with that. But when it's interjecting into the conversation that I'm already having with my friends, oh my God. And it happened. I don't know what it is that I invite that all the time, but constantly we'll be in a conversation at a theme park or something where we'll be like, yeah. Well, you know, what we should do is we should do a Creepy Old Crypt episode about the I don't know, something that's closed. You know, we should do one about Toontown before it's closing.
Yeah.
Because da. And someone will go, hey, you know, Toontown is closing in March. Yeah, we were just fucking talking about that. Like this is like almost daily for me.
Yeah.
Hey, Kevin, we should go work on, you know what would be cool is to try to get this angle by the Matterhorn because they're going to board that up soon. Hey, you know, they're going to board the Matterhorn. I heard you talking about the Matterhorn. They're actually about to board that up. We were just fucking talking about that. Please. That happens to me like daily. And yeah, anyway, that's all. It just drives me nuts.
No, it's the chat kind of had it right. It's like very boomer energy.
Yeah, but it's everyone that does this to me. Well, like, why does everyone think they can add? You got the two experts here on theme park stuff.
You got the Disneyland pimps here.
From now on, I'm just going to go, I know more than you.
I think
That's what I say when someone helps me in a Radio Shack.
Oh, yeah. I know.
Radio
Hey, sir, can I help you? I know more than you.
What? That's from a movie, right?
That was from, I think it was like Parks and Rec.
What
or
a
something.
fucking.
I never watched that show, but that much. But
That's a great
That's
guy.
a funny stuff. Yeah.
I've seen.
That's a great guy.
I've seen. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
I haven't seen
Yeah.
the whole thing, but it's pretty funny.
I watched the whole thing.
Yeah, totally.
It was good.
Yeah.
Young Chris Pratt is weird, but young Aubrey Plaza is not.
All right.
I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Um,
Thank you.
But yeah, anyway, yeah, that happens to me constantly. And I'm just like, thank you. I appreciate it. But like,
Yeah, you know, I think that I rarely will insert myself into like a group.
yeah.
Like I'm not part of this group.
Yeah.
Who am
Yeah.
I to say anything?
It's always
If
a single rider, dude. It's a single rider, and it's never a woman. It's always a guy.
yeah, that's true. Actually, yeah.
Always is a dude.
It is
that does
always
that.
a dude.
Yeah.
But I don't know. If I heard one guy going like, oh my gosh, I'm supposed to be at the thing at 7:00, but I can't find the entrance of this. Okay, I'll go like, entrance is right there.
Hey, man. Hey, the bathrooms
but
are over
people
here.
Or if you ask about the size of the fucking thing at Costco, God damn it, why are they so
that's
mean to
different.
me?
That's different.
Yeah, but yeah, it's different. But like, I will say though, like on that walk from the O's game to the hotel,
Yeah.
there was a group talking and they mentioned the Padres. Okay, they mentioned the Padres. It's like, yeah, it's happened to the Padres this year. And I was there wearing my hat. I'm like, yeah, dude, I don't know. That was my one, like,
But when they all turn around and look,
and they saw my thing, they're like, oh, and then
they invite you
then
in.
they did.
See,
and
so
they started talking
if
to
they
me.
would have given you the cold shoulder, though, you would have the wherewithal to go like, oh,
Well, I also was like, I went into that situation thinking this is my one line with this group.
Oh, okay.
I was just gonna insert like, hey, I know.
See, maybe I'm the dick.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm like, yeah, I'm like,
That's honestly, I think about that every time. Because I'm always listening to them explain the thing that I was already talking about, and I'm like, yeah, I know, yeah. And I'm like, am I being the dickhead here? Like you're trying to help me out. So I don't like
I
hate
give them
this.
the
I don't
benefit of
hate
the
this
doubt.
person, and I'm totally polite to them. I'm not going like, yo, fuck off. I'm talking with them.
Yeah.
But inside, I'm just like, I know. We were just talking about this. And
That's right.
now a person I don't know is
and you
doing
can see it in the whole group's face. That's
Yeah.
like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
But I'm the same way too. I'm polite where I like, yeah. Oh, tell me about how it's closed. Like, even though we know. Okay.
But to your point though, it is men, and I'm wondering if this is the mansplaining thing that women were trying to tell us about.
Oh, they had a point.
Do you was this an eye opener?
I wrote it off as emotions.
I don't know. Oh, No, I didn't.
Garrett.
I didn't write it.
No, I saw the Barbie movie and I'm all fixed now.
The what movie?
The Barbie movie. Sorry, I've been just flubbing lines today.
We never talked about
Oppenheimer.
seeing those. I think we should be the last podcast to review those. So if it's okay, not this week, but like a
Everyone's
month
heard
from
it all.
now.
I saw TMNT.
A month from now, we should go Barbenheimer. Here's
Whoa, I've never heard that.
really.
What does that mean?
But I mean, I do want to say,
Okay.
Yeah, let's talk about
enjoyed them both.
Yeah.
People,
Well,
I
I
have
did-
seen in the chat. People have been asking for us to talk about movies.
Yeah. I did. But Comic-Con did a full day of Comic-Con and then did the double feature
Yes.
Oof.
of we did Oppenheimer first and then Barbie. People kept trying to argue. First of all, most people I was talking to were arguing, don't do it because you're just gonna fucking pass out. You're gonna fall asleep.
That was me.
You know, I had plenty of people telling me like, you're not gonna enjoy either because your day is gonna be so long.
I was
Yeah.
pissy about you going.
You were pissy.
I was
you were
pissy.
being a little pissy.
No, I was.
You were being
Shawn is a
pissy.
responsible
Rocco and I
guy.
worked the morning shift
Yeah.
at Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and I'm like, you're going to be out till fucking 1. You're going to come to the booth and be useless to me. You'd be all fucking tired from Barbie and Oppenheimer.
Yeah.
But he was fine.
It was weird how truly great those went together. I
Yes.
had such a fun night. I'm not going to speak for you, Kevin, but I think you felt the same way.
Yes, I did.
We were sitting down. I thought some of the clips of Barbie they put online kind of didn't look that great. Just kind of whatever. They kind of put out a couple of the cringier bits online. So, and then it was we had a long night ahead of us. So when we sat down for Oppenheimer, and Johnny can attest to this too. We were already like 1-to-1 kind of leaning to the next person, Like, we also don't have to stay for both. If you don't, like, we can dip after Oppenheimer, right? Are we good? And then it was, I was getting maybe a little tired halfway through Oppenheimer. I wasn't like hating it or anything, but it was getting to be a long day. So a little bit, maybe in the middle of that, I was getting a little tired. And then, man, second wind kicked in. That movie finished, and it was like, well, the last thing I could picture seeing right now is Barbie, which actually makes me want to see it more.
Yeah.
Because I'm just like, how can Barbie exist now?
Mhm.
And then we saw it, and it was like a fucking brain shower. I mean, it was like we were just bathed in a totally different energy, and I had a great fucking time.
I had a great time too. I left Oppenheimer going, I love that. So I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to this next one. It was a great dessert to the night, and I loved both movies.
Yeah,
Cherry on top, as it were.
Yep.
I was glad we saw it in that order because I really can't picture
Seeing
Oh,
it
the way
there.
doing Barbie and then going, ooh, now we got to do this.
No,
I couldn't picture
No.
that.
Yeah.
But I had a great time. I really did.
Yeah, I didn't know how courtroomy Oppenheimer was going to be.
Yeah.
But
I haven't seen that
it
yet.
it wasn't a bad. Usually that's like, oh, what the fuck?
Yeah. Courtrooms and movies, you can go real
Fucking
south
Perry
on that
Mason here.
Yeah.
But no, I was like
They made it work.
thrilled with the story they were telling over the 3 hours, and I was there for it.
I
Now,
think it's. Oh, I was just going to say. I think
Yeah.
it's kind of a miraculous. It's kind of a miracle movie in the sense that it's 3 hours and it's full of courtroom scenes.
Yeah.
You're hearing all these things
Black
going,
and white.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh, yeah, I'm
somehow,
thinking about bouncing on this.
somehow it's executed in a way that like fucking kids leave it thrilled.
yeah.
I mean, like fucking young audiences are going, shit, that kicked ass.
Yeah.
You know?
It was a great movie.
So they're making it work. That being said, I did see it a second time, and the entire row, other than me, I was with somebody. We were both into it, but the rest of the row was all dudes with backwards hats going. So, but it was at a 10:30 showing.
They were
so
waiting to
I-
get
I
home
can
from Call of Duty.
I can understand. It was all like college bros. They all looked, honestly, everyone in the row looked like Todd or Aaron. To be fair, I saw it. It was a particular showing where I'm just like, a lot of college people in this one,
Yeah.
and they were not ready for that. But still, I was very impressed by that.
Yeah.
For sure.
When I saw Barbie, it was me and the whole family went, Ginny, the kids, whatever. And then, but we went up to Yosemite, and there's a town outside of Yosemite
Oh, cool.
called Oakhurst, and we were there for a night before we went to Yosemite. But they have a movie theater, a really small one called like the Yosemite Cinema.
Tsushima.
So Ghost of Tsushima, Baltimore
like,
Orioles.
On vacation, you guys
Gangnam
got to go
Style.
see a movie.
Yeah,
That's
so
cool.
Code gay ass.
So, but it's a really
What?
It's a really small town and theater. But so we sat down, and the lights are not turning off, and I hear the previews. I'm like, well, I can't see the screen. The lights aren't off. This is weird. Then
It's like your uncle's 50th all over again.
all of a sudden, I hear like what I know to be like either the Universal.
Oh, you recognize the movie is starting.
No one else in the theater, and it was sold out in this small little theater, but it was sold out. No one else realizes, and I was just like, I get out my phone and I start recording because I know that people are gonna figure out that the movie is on, but we can't see shit.
Yeah.
And so it's like, in the beginning there was dolls or whatever, and it's like then everyone's like, what? And they realize that the whole screen is fucked. It
was white,
and then they start panicking. Hello. Turn the lights off. Hello. Hello. Like freaking out. Then like I listened to the first 5 minutes of the movie, and then
You start hearing Lizzo's song even?
then they get this kid in the projector room, and he's panicked, and all of a sudden I realize, oh, the projector's broken, and he like is like trying to he's fumbling around trying to hit stuff and like open up the projector and figure out what's going on.
It's such a small theater. You
But
can
it's
hear this kid banging around back
he
there.
is as far away to me as like Kevin is. Like
Yeah.
it was
Holy
like it's small, and I was at the back. Then it's like 15 minutes in, they stop the movie. There's no announcement.
Yeah.
Everyone's just sitting there, and then I hear them on the phone like, wait, who do I call to fix this? Who do I call? Okay, I'll call him right now.
Oh no.
And then he like has some guy, and he's like talking to some tech support guy, walking him through how to like take apart the projector and fix it.
Oh no.
Was a crowd full of people in their like Barbie attire trying to watch this fucking movie. We sat there for 45 minutes. 45 minutes.
Oh my god.
I'm texting Jenny like, we should just bounce. Like this isn't happening, and we have a long day ahead of us
Let's
tomorrow.
go get dinner.
But the kids are so excited, and then like I literally text her, let's go. Because she's like, across the little row. And so I stand up as the lights go off and the projector turns on. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we're here. So I ended up watching
did it.
Barbie.
You just kind of had a late start.
a very late start, considering it's way later than I
But you
wanted.
liked it.
I loved it. I thought it was great.
Yeah, I thought it was really funny. I had to go see it twice
Okay.
because I did try to like cram that into Comic-Con
you said
weekend.
you like fell asleep or something.
Garrett, couldn't hang with the big dogs here.
It's true.
It was,
I was awake all through Oppenheimer's 3 hours of courtroom and nuclear thermal explosions. But then, an hour and a half of Barbie, I just couldn't. I went to too late of a showtime. It was like one of the Comic-Con days.
Garrett, can I? If
Sure.
you don't want me to do it, it's okay. But I would like.
No,
to
I would
do
love you
my,
to tell
my
us.
impression of Garrett's review.
Yeah.
We came into Comic-Con the next day and said, "Yeah, I mean, we saw them both." And you were like, "Oh yeah, I went to Barbie." It was like, "Yeah, we loved it. That might be like one of my favorite movies of the year. I think I saw two of my two favorite movies of the year last night." And then Garrett's review was, "Yeah. Wow, for her favorite movie. Wow, okay. Yeah, I don't know about that end. I don't know about that ending. I didn't see that ending. I didn't. I don't think I really saw that ending. I need to see it again. I need to see it again because I didn't see any of the ending. I didn't see it all. I was asleep the whole time.
The whole time.
I was like, okay, all right.
There was.
But,
I thought
it was just the ending. I guess you were.
I thought you were going to talk about. There was. I think I described it. I was like, well, I did wake up for this one part where like Ken had some fucking awesome ideas with how to like spruce the place up, and that was honestly like cool looking, But then I fell asleep again. And I don't know how they resolved that.
You did word it that way. I don't know. Ken had some cool ideas.
Garrett.
Then I fell asleep.
No, Garrett.
Okay,
Oh,
so now
man.
seeing it a second time and watching it to completion, I take back that statement, guys. I don't know what I was talking about.
You were exhausted.
I just thought it looked cool aesthetically, but oh my God. No, but that movie was really well written, and I was laughing. I think
Yeah.
like as a generation like who was around, like my sister had Barbie dolls, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I was very familiar with the toy line and all of the inside jokes about like discontinued figures and like
Yeah.
the
physicality
physicality of the figure or the dolls or whatever, and then like incorporating that into whatever the story was. It was just funny humor related to like action figures in a way.
Yeah.
A lot of jokes revolved around the just being familiar with a Barbie doll.
To me, that's why it hit for me is
Yeah.
like, not only was it just a good movie and had all the things that everyone's talking about, But then it works on that level for, okay, so it works on a certain level for girls, younger girls, works on a certain level for older women, works on a level for dads, works on a level, whatever. Well, here I am. I'm sitting here I've never fuck around with Barbies at all, but I know about toy collector shit.
Yeah.
And they're hitting that category.
They're hitting it.
They're saying stuff that like, damn, that was a deep cut. Did anyone else get that?
Calling stuff malfunctions.
They're making a joke. They're making a joke about fucking. I've just been watching fucking Sense and Sensibility all day, and every girl in our row is dying laughing, and I'm like, ha ha. I know a lot of girls who do watch that, and then they make a joke about, oh yeah, you're another dude here. Just when he's trying to show you The Godfather for the 80th time, and I'm like, excuse me, what did they just say?
I thought of you
really,
in the theater.
This movie. To me, it hit every category pretty damn well. Like,
sure.
I didn't feel. I reject this notion of like, oh, it played to this, but not that. I felt like there was something for fucking everyone in this movie. So,
oh yeah,
that's one of my favorite. That and Oppenheimer, my favorites
They
of the
were
year. I know it
awesome.
sounds cliche, but
honestly though, when they first announced they're making a Barbie movie,
no,
I would have never thought.
No,
never,
no.
But I mean, not because like I have a disdain for Barbie, but there have been Barbie movies in like those animated movies or whatever. And it's like, this is
awful.
this is a little kid thing. This is not.
This is made for adults.
This is made for adults,
totally.
and it was.
I'm sure everyone knows this.
And really,
by now.
the thrill of it to me was just watching that, going, "Damn, Mattel signed off on this."
Yeah.
Someone at one point, they do something to mask it, but someone says "motherfucker" in this movie.
Yeah.
And comedically,
Yeah.
and they get around it, but like the fact that was even brought to the table in a Barbie movie is like, okay, wow, they took some risks.
There's a fucking pretty bold gay joke in there. There's the sugar daddy joke. Like there's not such squeaky clean humor in this movie.
And I loved that. And then how also they like the detail of like, oh, there's no stairs. They just like bring them down. Because I've seen my girls do that 10,000 times. They don't just bring them down to the next level or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was just like, I don't know. I really was impressed.
Super
by it.
well acted across. I mean, both.
Everyone's
movies, too.
funny in it.
Everyone
and I know it's cliche. Again, we're saying stuff people have already said, but like all-timer final line. All-timer. Final line of the movie was just like, they went to credits on that? Like, that was applause.
Hey, that's what I woke up for the first time was just that line out of context where you missed the previous hour is like, what the fuck? What was this?
And
but it made sense when I actually watched the movie.
I always talk about, sometimes when you hear noises in the theater, you'll go see a movie opening night. Sometimes people yell shit out and it's like, okay, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
We're trying to hear the movie.
Yeah.
But I always differentiate in my mind between that versus like, Cheers broke out, but organically, to me, that's different. Sometimes that just happens and it's like, damn, I didn't expect that. You know what I mean? That's just human reaction. So I never mind that so much, but like, I just don't want to hear your line. Like I'm going to yell out a funny line. No. Fuck you. Like, when we went and saw Barbie at the beginning, a couple people were yelling a couple things. Then it was like, hey, shut the fuck up. But then there were a couple points that the crowd kind of erupted and it was like, wow, that was not planned.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It wasn't like obligatory, but like somebody brought it up in the chat. America Ferrera's character has that like monologue towards the end.
Yeah.
People were like vocally reacting to that where when it was over, it was like, oh shit. Like it got a reaction out of people. Like I thought it was kind of neat to see that. And again, having that in the same day as Oppenheimer, where it is so far on the other end of the spectrum where it's kind of like, I don't know if I can react to anything again after that. It was just kind of like having those back to back. Barbie had a ton of heart and was really fun to watch. And then Oppenheimer was just kind of like it also had heart, but it
was like a history
in
lesson.
a different way. It took your heart and said like, I don't know if we'll give this back. Yeah. It was just kind of but it's weird. It wasn't even like a bummer. I mean, it was. It ended in a bummer, but it was almost kind of like the way that it got there. I don't know how to describe this. It's like the way that it got there. It was just like this all makes fucking sense and damn. You know what I mean? Like
melancholy.
It was less of it was just, I don't know how to describe it. It just left you with like fuck, man. Fuck.
Yeah.
What can I even do about that? Fuck. You know? It was, but man, they really did a great job. And then of course, just on the technical level, of course it was cool to see, wow, they shot it like this, they directed it like that. That's awesome. But then you just have weeks of things to read after that. Like you see the movie and then it's like, oh yeah, the black and white parts. Yeah, they developed a 70 millimeter IMAX black and white film. That's never existed. Because when IMAX showed up, we were doing color.
Yeah.
So that the fact that they reverse engineered, like, Kodak, make like your best black and white film, but do it that size, IMAX 70 mil. And they were like, okay, why? You know, and the fact that that's what they use. And just that kind of shit, that gets me in a second time where I'm like, well, now I want to look at those parts, you know, and so that from every level, enjoyed it.
I was thinking that, so as I mentioned, I'm dropping my family off at Taylor Swift. I might go see Oppenheimer.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good idea.
Then, but it's like we're gonna have very different nights.
I don't know. I will say I was laughing really hard though throughout our night seeing both movies because the theater we went to is one of the, I would say, the biggest in San Diego.
Definitely.
Many screens and of all types: IMAX, 40X, RPX, RTX,
Screen
PAX. You know,
every single
whatever, R2D2. They have everything. And we kept, you know, we had time in between the movies. So we saw Oppenheimer. It's like, damn, okay, well, I'll get a snack or something. I don't know. And everywhere you went, I'm going to use the bathroom. You'd be in the stall. Well, I guess they just got to that scene. Okay. Okay, yeah, and then we're just waiting. Are we ready to go into Barbie? We're just waiting on. She ordered the corn dog bites. Okay, yeah. I mean, you could just it like theater by theater. Every now and then you would just hear that, and it's just like, yeah, I don't think that's Barbie.
A detonation.
Even during Barbie, there'd be a scene that's just like,
Barbie.
You know, I was looking at my feet the other day, and they're just not the same. It was just hilarious. Anyway,
yeah,
that was my favorite part of that night.
That was a fun night.
But yeah, that was very fun.
Yeah.
Well, everyone, did we do it?
We've reached the end.
How are we?
Well, wait, I want to hear about
oh God.
Turtles.
Oh, Turtles.
You saw Turtles.
Yeah, I did. I went last night to see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem. And right off the bat, I'll say, like, I didn't really expect much because, like, I didn't even bother seeing whatever the last Turtles reboot was, where they were hideous CG
I saw
monsters.
That with Beckett.
No,
They were-
fuck that.
the second
I
one.
skipped
They
that.
looked fucking
It was terrible.
horrifying,
It was very-
right?
sucked.
I think Beckett has no memory of going to see the movie with me.
So, like, yeah, I've like skipped that, and like, you know, I'm very familiar as a child with the toys. That's what I loved, was the action figures.
Yeah.
And the 90s cartoon, and then the subsequent live action films. Maybe like the first two were the only I was real familiar with. But like Ninja Turtles have just always been, you know, because I grew up with it, like, you know, part of my, you know, history. And I still have some of my original toys. But I was just curious going into this, really, because it looked like a brand new take on everything that's been, like, it's the opposite of like, they're gritty, dirty adults and it looks all dingy or whatever. This was like super colorful. Honestly, it kind of looked like it was inspired by Into the Spider-Verse, the animation style. It's sketchy, it's vibrant, it's bright, and that kind of appealed to me. And then the fact that like they're all very young, which I never even got, even from like the live action stuff.
Yeah.
It's like, I don't know, maybe because I was a kid watching them, in my mind, it's like, they're cool, they're adults, they're teenagers, because I'm like 8. So a teenager's like older than me. But this now, me being in my 40s and seeing this cartoon where they're like teenage brothers that want to go to high school, it was that different that I'd never seen that before done with TMNT.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that was cool because I'm current too. Like I've read up on The Last Ronin, which was
Oh wow, I didn't know that.
one of the bigger what is it, Kevin Eastman titles, and he's doing a sequel. He's doing a second run right now, The Last Ronin. But this was just like, I've never seen them like as actual teenagers. It's in the fucking name, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but like even in the cartoon, They just didn't act like teenagers. Like now these kids are fucking acting like teenagers.
Yeah.
That really kind of piqued my interest too. So going into it, that's kind of what I was looking for.
Yeah.
But long story short, I fucking loved it.
Did you really?
So surprised. Not only was
I
it
don't
like
think you could pay me to see it. I did
super
not care.
vibrant, like cool animation, like Enter the Spider-Verse. Like it was definitely trying to do that because that I think is that got so popular. I think they're trying to now like, oh, let's try that.
Mm-hmm.
And then almost as much as Barbie was paying homage to the toys, like this movie is all the heart is in the fucking, nostalgia for those action figures. Because I don't want to spoil too many characters, but like Mondo Gecko, and wasn't there a bat named like Wingnut?
Wingnut and Screw Loose.
Yeah, Wingnut. So like all these toy characters are in the movie, which I've never seen in the animation really.
Yeah,
even.
yeah.
And they look like they did in the fucking 80s. Like the
Yeah,
toys and the animation really match up.
Yeah.
And that just really kind of blew me away, like how much love went into like the creation of all these side characters. Obviously, like we saw, I think like Bebop and Rocksteady, which you'd imagine would be there.
Yeah.
Oh, and then the other thing, it's like, thank God, it's not just like we're going up against the Shredder.
Yeah.
Here's our origin story, and let's fight the Shredder. It was a totally new, different,
Okay.
not new. It's taken old character stuff. The bad guy was voiced by Ice Cube, and he did a really fucking good job.
Huh.
All the turtles, like I said, were like super young, voiced that way. They sounded young, and they had this kind of different. It's definitely their origin story was like briefly went over, but it was just a different vibe than anything I've ever seen. It's tons of great music. As Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross.
Trent Reznor to me?
that was the one thing I was like, oh shit.
I
That
didn't even
makes me
see it
kinda
until the
wanna-
credits, and then
Yeah.
I went, "Oh, that makes total sense." Because I heard during this one fight scene, I'm like, "This sounds like a Warm Leatherette cover. This sounds like a cover of this like super obscure fucking new wave song from the
Yeah.
fucking 80s." And I'm like, God, this is fucking. And then that in the credits like gave it away. Like, oh yeah, it's 100% what they were going for.
Yeah.
But then like New York City, so it's all East Coast like classic rap. There's a Wu-Tang song in there.
Oh, yeah.
There's
I saw
classic hip,
Donatello.
classic. Oh, go ahead.
Donatello has like a JoJo hoodie at one point.
Yeah, there's an
He's got
anime.
a JoJo's Bizarre Adventure hoodie.
He freaks out over. He's like, they're all, Donnie was always kind of a nerd
Yeah.
character. He freaks out over anime at some point in the movie. That was just like, it culturally fit in this timeline in 2023, like the way they talk and the way the bad guys interact with them and everything.
Yeah.
But it was done really well. And just the fact that like, oh man, it's so about these toys. Like, I should say like the character art and everything being based on like that really hit it for me.
Yeah.
So I loved it. I
Well,
was super surprised.
I will say like I was kind of on Shawn's side just because I'll just say on my end, not to dump on it. I haven't seen it,
sure.
but it was kind of actually off-putting to me that I them being like acting like younger kids or whatever. I have a reflex when shows try to. I never wanted to like relate to like hero kind of characters.
Sure.
Like when Power Rangers was on, they were all like older and they were like a lot of them were like 26-year-olds playing high school kids. Did not care about that. They were cool. Like, and I'm watching them and like they got their own problems, but they're like cool through it, whatever. And then there was a season where they added a Ranger who's like the audience's age. So they added Justin, the Blue Turbo Ranger, who was like 12.
Oh no.
And they were like, oh, kids will fucking love this. And I was like, this time I will say it, kill this Ranger. Like, please, like fucking like get rid of this guy. And so I get flashes of that every time when they make like the character like, oh, now they're kind of a younger take on it, or he's younger and dorkier. I just think of the Blue Turbo Ranger. I flash back to that and I'm just like, no, fuck no. To be fair, they did get rid of that Ranger like right away. Like they went off to
They
space.
listened to you.
They went off to space for the next season and left the kid on Earth. That's literally what happened. They get into the NASADA space shuttle and go like, oh, can he fit? No.
Yeah, no room for the smallest
So,
guy.
yeah. So that was pretty awesome. But anyway, that's kind of my allergy here is like I just want him to be cool. I don't like him as dorky kids.
Do you remember
That's
that
just me from the
Simpsons
outside.
episode where the power plant's going to blow up and so Mr. Burns goes into the escape pod and won't let Smithers in? It's like, there's 2 seats. And Mr. Burns goes, I want to put my feet up.
Yeah. Not one of those situations.
Anyways, well,
Stay home, you little blue fucker.
everyone, thanks for watching. It's
Yeah,
been,
thanks. I got more to
it's-
say, but we do want to say thank you for tuning in.
We do want to
I
say
do think
thanks.
that's important, and I'm glad you did it. No, I'm glad you did it. I do want to say before we wrap up, we are wrapping it up. We will. I played a few video games this weekend. Shawn, I didn't play anything.
That's fine.
Actually, didn't play anything. No, I did play. Whatever. That's after show. Video game. This is the #1 video game podcast. We're gonna get to that in our after
talk
show
later about that.
in another video. I do want to say once again, Derek is not here. We did say why last week, but in case it wasn't clear, something does kind of happen where if you kind of just say something like I think you handled it last week, Shawn. You just said
what I do.
you said what he was doing.
I did.
But then I think like handling it that quick, it's like not enough for some people.
It goes over their head.
Because I think there's a lot of people who are just like, yeah, but what's really going on?
Oh.
Because he hasn't been in this, he hasn't been in Movie Club, he hasn't.
He came
been
on
in
the
a bunch
PPS on Wednesday.
He was on PPS. But he's here. Well, he's not here right now, but he's been here every day. But I will talk about it just a little bit more. He has been working on not just the FMV game that we've been trying to kind of put together, which we're still hoping comes together. I say hoping because you never know with this stuff, but
It's
we're
game
trying.
development.
Well, that's the
right?
thing is like we've
It's a whole
never
new
announced
venture.
a project, especially a new one, this early into the going of it, and so I do kind of feel like I hope this works because we've had so many things that
Yeah.
we've worked on that for whatever reason or
Yeah.
another just doesn't work out. So I'm really hoping this goes all the way through. because
Yeah,
we already announced it.
And again, typically our strategy is don't talk about this till it's like it's coming out.
It's
here,
done,
you
yeah.
know, because we've definitely done that on other things where oh no, this will be out summer 2017. But you also it is tricky because we've been around long enough now that you also have a little bit of a delicate line to walk too, where you also have these long stretches where people are going, what do you guys work on? Like, what are you doing? You know,
Right.
haven't had a video in a while, haven't had whatever. So it's also like, I don't want to let them down.
Right.
But I also don't want to be like, here, spill the beans on all this stuff. Someday, and sometimes we get that walk. We don't walk it correctly. Sometimes we go a little too far this way or a little too far the other way. There's some things we've been secretive on where it's like, why did we didn't need to be secretive on this? Why did we hide that? And then other things where it's like, we shouldn't have said anything. So this is, but that's what he's doing. And I'll say this, maybe this is a little personal about Derek. So if you guys are like, if anyone in this room is like, yo, shut up. And if Derek sees this later
about to get
and he's
good.
like, yo, shut up.
Uh-oh.
But Derek's, I've known him, I've known you, 25 years at this point?
25.
So a couple years less than that, but still 20 something. Derek's spirit, Derek's soul, I don't know how you want to phrase that,
His
has
vigor.
always been in this, his passion has always been to create something and work on something a long time and that, and get it out to, you know what I mean? Whether it's a movie or it's I brought up this example before, but I remember when I got my new camera, the camera we ended up filming version 1 on eventually, I remember bringing it to school just to shoot us doing goofy shit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember filming someone like fucking, I don't remember what it was, but someone was like mixing a bunch of food together and eating it, like suicide drink kind of stuff.
Right.
And I'm filming that. And I remember Derek being like, why are you filming that? Like, why are you filming a guy eating lunch? Like, why don't we plan something and then film that? And I always think that's the perfect example where he's always trying to like put something really meaningful together. I think he's a lot like he's not in it to just be like, hey, I'm on the podcast, personality kind of thing. And so we have potentially like a big couple weeks coming up where we have a lot of creative opportunities coming up. And I think that's really like, he's all in on that. And we have an opportunity where we can let him kind of do that.
I think we honestly need that sometimes.
And take over on this. And it's been, we're handling Movie Club on our own and doing that in the meantime. There's certain things that like only certain ones of us can kind of do. When we're doing like our Blu-ray shit, like that's usually just me putting those together. So there's sometimes I need to be left alone to do that. This is one of those things that the way that he's organized what we're kind of going to be working on in the next couple of weeks is really like best for him to just do that. And so we've been kind of, he's been doing that and we're doing this. And
Well, and if all four of us are sitting around in front of cameras talking, it's not getting done.
Yeah.
So it's almost like imperative because we have so much coming up. That
Yeah.
it's like
and I think
we're splitting ourselves into different
and let me also say,
ways.
I do feel
we're working more efficiently, but we're splitting up the order.
I feel like I've never worked harder in my life than I did in the month of July.
Yeah.
And then we
Yeah.
got back to the studio and I've never been more behind in
Yeah.
work.
Because we weren't here for a
weren't
month.
doing the normal day-to-day thing.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh fuck, like we have so much to do now because we did the other things, which was important and we needed to do it. But
So I think it was a lot of, we came back and it was kind of a lot of starting and stopping. And I was just just from my perspective, it was like, Derek's cooking on this thing. I don't want to keep stopping to like,
let that boy cook.
Yeah. Let that Dane cook. It was like we start to do, there's a lot of starting and stopping. So whatever makes things easier right now is better. So anyway, I'm always kind of like, even me, like there's things I definitely should probably do the same thing on, but I'm in a different camp where I like just talking about bullshit on camera. And I do get maybe a little more fulfillment from that than I should when there's like more important things I could be working on.
Yeah.
So that's why you're seeing my face, but actually you won't see my face next week. I'm not gonna be on next week. I'll say it right now. So
keep this camera. It's gonna be the
Shawn
shot.
and Garrett show.
go to close up on me.
Yeah.
What the fuck, dude? We didn't. I saw Johnny running up and down here fixing the cameras, but I didn't see him fix that camera.
Ooh.
No,
I will say-
that's interesting.
That's true.
Dude, you want me to
I am 95% sure though. We will be joined. Should we say?
I think we should let the cat out of the
Because-
I
bag.
think you should say it and absolutely jinx it. And
Because
it won't
here's the thing: this person was going to be on the podcast.
Oh, they've canceled
a
twice.
few times that things came up. So, but
So third time's a
theoretically,
charm.
If things go according to plan,
Yeah.
we will be here with Dallas.
That's
our friend
right.
Dallas, and I
You know
cannot
him.
wait.
You love him. Dallas McLaughlin, San Diego's very own native-born son, stand-up comedian, and comedy writer extraordinaire.
So we'll see. Fingers crossed. But anyways, check us out then. Check us out if you want to keep watching. Movie Club tonight. We're doing
Maybe
that live
after the after show.
after the after show. There's so much to
So much for
do.
you guys.
So much.
Why
to
did
do.
somebody in the chat guess we were going to have Renetto on? That
I
was
don't
a
know who
deep
that
cut.
is.
Damn,
Who's
dude, with the
Renetto?
toothpick and everything.
Yeah. Hey guys, it's Renetto. That deep cut for all
Deep
the old
cut.
school YouTube fans. If you were on YouTube the first 2 weeks, it was
Yeah.
up. You know who we're talking about.
I loved
Who here
Renetto.
was sub to Renetto?
That was me, baby.
No.
Him and
I have no
Space
idea who that
Bowden.
is.
Space Boat.
I was
Johnny, were you big Renetto
a
guy?
Space Bowden
I
guy.
have no clue what you guys are saying.
Oh, bullshit.
No idea.
Renetto.
You know who it is. Anyway,
All right, everyone.
so I played Jedi Survivor.
I'm
this last
gonna-
week.
You stream it? You gonna be streaming later?
I'm gonna end it here.
The podcast, right?
The podcast.
Oh, okay.
Hey, everyone. We'll see you next week.
Have a good time.
Oh.
Real quick.
Oh.
We're going to be at PAX
yeah.
early next month.
Yeah.
We're going to be at PAX. Stay tuned for more info, but we'll be there. We'll be there
Oh, look at
that
that.
weekend.
Look at that pic. What?
Just wanted to get that.
Where did that
Yeah,
come
see,
Look at
look
that.
at that.
Happy anniversary.
Wow.
Seriously, I didn't even know he had that graphic.
Mega
Oh.
awesome.
Oh, that's next week. That's going to be next month.
Loved
So.
it. Loved it.
I
I'm
know
seeing
that.
50 Cent right before that too.
Okay.
Damn,
I'm
dude.
scared he's going to ask me to get on my knees. You find me in the club. All right, now everyone get out of the floor. Lay down.
Okay. If 50 Cent asks you to get on your knees, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to.
No way.
I'm
Peer pressure
I think
doesn't
I'm going
work.
to. I think I'm going to fight 50 Cent.
Oh, my God. All right. We got to end it.
Are you gonna wear a bulletproof vest to the show?
Nope. It's all natural.
Fade out. Goodbye.